Hi, welcome back. I'm Carol Wyman with Coatings Coffee Shop. We're at the booth of World of Concrete. It's sponsored by Co, and we're here with our friends. And why don't you introduce yourselves?
I'm Eric Pierman. I'm Sales and Marketing Manager for Blocksom Co and Fiberbond.
And I'm Greg Wilkerson, President and CEO of Fiberbond and Blocksom.
That's great. So what is going on at the show, at the World of Concrete for you, your companies?
Well, we're here to kind of evaluate both IRE and World of Concrete as potential exhibitors. We have a presence in both industries, so we're looking at options for the future and what products we might bring to market in the future. Also, we do have customers at both events, and we want to pay attention to them and also look for additional opportunities.
That's great. So why don't you tell us more details about the products that you're offering at the show?
On the World of Concrete side, primarily it's Blocksom inlet filter, which is above the grate sediment control device. And we sell into civil engineering projects to keep bad stuff out of storm drains. That's really our main thing. Then there are also other businesses that we serve as well, mostly not under our own label, but with partners. There's building envelope moisture management products and floor scrubbing pads, some acoustic products that we can make, and we're always looking for additional opportunities and categories to serve.
Okay.
So one other thing to add to that is that we've been known historically for our customization of our products. So we make non-woven textiles, and then in various shapes we actually fabricate them into filters and other shapes. And the shows have also provided us avenues of other, let's say, customizing that we can do based on the application or the use of the material that we can see. So it's been helpful there.
Great, yeah. So that's great. So, are there any big updates that you'd like to share about your products?
We are primarily focused on the sediment and erosion control for this particular event for the current state, but under our own label, as you know, in addition to doing things for our white label partners, we're interested in expanding more into the acoustics, building envelope moisture control. So we're not ready to make any announcements on those products yet, but we do have products in the pipeline and we're actively developing.
Yes, I would say that one of the ones that we hope to be coming out fairly soon is a curb inlet product. But again, as Eric said, we're not ready to announce that, but it's something that, again, with regards to erosion control and stormwater control. So
we can foreshadow a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. So
yes.
Are you primarily commercial then, or do you do any residential type of?
Primarily commercial,
Right.
Commercial industrial,
Sure.
and for the most part through distribution. Our direct customers are not the contractors. There are a few market verticals where we do sell to contractors. We have some kind of specialized products for the military. We sell products into fish farming, oddly enough, so aquaculture. So in those markets we sell direct, but this kind of area, both on the roofing side and the World of Concrete side, we're primarily through distribution.
Okay. Is there anything you want to add to that, Greg?
No, I think he covered it well. Thank
Okay,
you.
good.
Mhm.
Yes. So we're here at World of Concrete, and you are walking the show, hoping to think if you're going to exhibit next year or the following year. What are you noticing at the show, and what are you seeing that is exciting for you?
Well,
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No.
What we have noticed is across all the industries that we serve, really a lot of consolidation. So there's consolidation within the contractors. There's consolidation with manufacturers that are both our partners and competitors, and in distribution also. So the effect of both public companies and private equity coming in is really changing the landscape of the business that we do. So there are advantages to that. In some cases, it gives us additional market reach because we might have a smaller customer that then becomes a bigger customer because the bigger company inherits us. There are also some challenges related to that, compliance related, and then competitive alignment can be a factor also, and so that consolidation is really what I've seen.
What's impressed me on both shows is walking in and seeing the exhibits and showing that there's on certain applications, whether it be home construction or that is different approaches to how they would support the construction. So it's using different materials or different combinations of materials. So that was very helpful in understanding for us that we got to get onto this a little bit more aggressively. So
yeah, it's great to see what's trending. You know, we've been really impressed with some of the demos that we've seen on the floor, on the show floor, and you know, it's so real when you're talking about private equity and taking over, and then you know, contracting is amazing because it usually has started as a family-owned business and it's gone down from generation to generation, and to see some of those things being bought out and you know changed. And then on the other side with the distributors and the manufacturers having everything be bought up, I think it's you know been happening probably for the last 5-ish years that I can see trending in the industry. But I feel like now they're starting to understand a little bit about how they're branding themselves or how they're working together in the playground, because it's been
definitely,
it's been hard. I think they've had some tough realities recently when they see it, so it's interesting. And then we have the mom and pops coming in, and they're like they can see the writing on the wall and they get a little nervous about it. So you know, you never want to see something like that, just like the big stores coming in and doing some things, but you know, it sounds like they're really trying to work some things out now that they hadn't previously done. I don't know if you're seeing that a little bit too.
Yes, and we're also seeing the fact because of the consolidation, it gives us opportunities that we didn't foresee before, because in that consolidation, sometimes the reorganization that goes on leaves on the table applications or markets that were not as served as well. So it's interesting for us on the dynamic that's going on in the industry.
Right.
Yeah.
It's great to see the good part of it too.
Yes.
Right. For sure. So yeah.
At our essence, we're a materials company, and right underneath that, we're a non-wovens company, and in across that subsection, then there are a lot of markets that we serve. We make material that's used in seating. We make material, and there's going to be some of our product on equipment that's here at this event. You just don't see it. Nobody goes out looking for air-laid non-wovens, for
Can you
for
repeat
that.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly, right.
So in engine filtration, the intake air for the engines on equipment here, the seating on equipment here. Floor scrubbing. People primarily know our two companies as clean air companies. I mean, so that's really the air filtration is our biggest market, but there are so many opportunities, here for us at an event like this. We're just really happy to be here.
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, if you're at IRE too, if you're walking both shows, I mean, I always thought IRE was so large and encompassing, and then you walk into here and you're like, wow,
It
this
dwarfs
is,
IRE.
57,000 people,
Yes.
and it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So, well, I want to thank you for being on the show today.
Thank
and,
you.
It's great to hear about your companies and where you're going and what you're seeing, and we look forward to the new products coming out. How amazing!
Thank you so much for having us. We're
Appreciate
excited
your
to be
time.
partnered
thank
with
you.
the coffee
Yes.
shops.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, so we have more interviews to come, but we're here live at World of Concrete. We'll talk to you.